Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Gardening with George. George is on the left, Rosie's on the right. Not sure if you guys saw Rosie before, probably just in passing, but here's her official introduction. We got her back in March from the county pound, and we love having her. So George loves having her too. So anyway, we were talking this morning, the three of us, because they're my BFFs and business partners, and we thought that we'd give you a garden tour today. So we are east of Tampa. And in case you haven't heard, there is a hurricane coming. And the hurricane is named Ian. And I want to give you a garden tour so that we can see what the garden looked like before Ian and after Ian. But we're going to head out there now and see what's growing. All right, bye. Okay, we might have some lawnmower noise in the back, and everybody's just getting ready for this storm. We're definitely getting hit, so people are trying to do their last minute things. I'm saving all of that until tomorrow, but I had a couple minutes to come out and do a quick tour. So I'm gonna have to, everything that's loose, like my wheelbarrow, that's my container that I take out for the county to come and pick up. That stuff that I don't compost, so that's gonna have to come in the garage. My composter back there, that we might be able to leave that out. The rocking chair, things like that, we're just gonna have to, obviously the loose things, gas container, the garden hose, things like that, we have to bring inside. So let me show you what I have here. So I've got an avocado. I don't think you guys saw that. All those empty pots I'm gonna have to bring in, but I'm actually thinking that tomorrow we should know, actually probably by this afternoon we'll know like exactly when it's hit, when it's going to hit, the speed of the winds, things like that. So what I may do is fill some of those up and put some clippings in there, or repot some things that aren't well rooted that might not make it. So here's another avocado. I pulled a bunch of sweet potatoes the other day, so there's some sweet potatoes which will continue to grow in there. So I think that's my sweet potato pile now instead of my compost pile. All of this I'm gonna have to take, something was in here because those trays are all fallen over in there, so something was running through. All of my trays have to come inside. A bunch of seedlings that I started, they will wash away if I try to plant them now. That's my potting station that has to come in. I really hope the avocados make it because I just planted them not too long ago. There's a Pakistan mulberry back there. I've got some dragon fruits here. I really hope they make it too because they have done really, really well. They've gotten extremely large since I first got those. Guava. The guava hasn't done much for me. That was one of the first plants that I planted back here. It hasn't produced. I don't think it's gotten that big in size. I've got a random pepper plant right there that I took out of one of the raised beds to see how it would do by itself, and it's doing great. There are a lot of peppers on it. Hopefully you could see them. I've got a fig back there in the bag that I had moved some things around, and that was temporary, and I just haven't replanted it yet. Rosie, come here. A citrus of some sort. There's another, that is a loquat. Yeah, I believe that one's a loquat. Sorry, my finger was in there and it wouldn't focus. So that's a loquat. Here's another dragon fruit. A ton of bananas, and I've got a lot of racks of bananas too. I'm gonna cut a lot of those down. The beehive here, I don't have any bees yet. Waiting on the spring. As a new beekeeper, I don't want to have to keep them alive in the winter for my first year. Kind of feel like I'd set myself up for failure. Sugar cane, a lot of that can be harvested. I just don't have anything to do with it right now, so I'll probably just leave it. That grows extremely fast, so I'm not worried about that. Papayas, I'm gonna cut down a lot of the papayas today, and I've been already giving them away to the neighbors all weekend. So I have some stuff in here that I started a couple weeks ago. We'll see how it does. More papayas. I don't think the papayas will make it. The papaya trunk is hollow, so they don't withstand a whole lot. So just some random things in here. Sweet potatoes in this bed here. A moringa clipping there that's done well. Have some random flowers, a couple beans. There's some beans on there. Some more sweet potatoes coming in through there. Some more flowers and flowers. Here's a better shot of those bananas up there. I'm going to leave those bananas because they haven't been on there very long, so we'll take our chances with those. Beauty berries. I am considering harvesting all the beauty berries and making them jam. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to do that over the next couple days. That's a pretty big rack of bananas there. I pulled one last night to see if it'll ripen quickly. So if it starts to turn, I'll probably cut it tomorrow. Those are pretty big bananas considering the size of bananas that I grow out here. So I just don't, the bananas, I lost all my bananas in the frost in February, and it's September right now. So they all came back. I didn't have to replant anything. So I'm sure that they'll come back. I just don't want to lose the fruit if I don't have to. So I'll cut them. I'd rather cut them and see if they will ripen inside. There's another rack up here. I don't know if you can see it there. It's got a long neck on it. That's a really pathetic looking rack. A mango here. They've only been in the ground a couple months, but I'm afraid if I dig them up, I'll disturb them. If I don't dig them up, hurricane might disturb them. So here's my olive tree that seems to have taken off just recently. Some pumpkin remnants still wrapped around the bottom there. We pulled a ton of sweet potatoes the other day, so all of these beans that are here, which I don't honestly know where they came from, they're all pulled over because we yanked all the sweet potatoes, and that's fine. So when I go in to clear that out, I'll just clear all of those out. I did that with that bed there too. There's just a little bit of remnants of grass and things like that that I pulled through. So a couple more racks of bananas here and there, if you can see them. There's one on the back side. I'm not going to go back there right now because I don't want the dogs going on the back side of the banana plants and barking up a storm, getting in everybody else's business. So here's a blackberry. Hopefully that has just started to take off. You can see it's going all over here into this plant and way over. So hopefully that is okay because it just recently started to take off. I have a star fruit right here that has never been happy back there. It has grown though, so if I get out here tomorrow night, I think I am going to move that. That does not like wind, and that is where the wind is going to be coming from. So I think I will move that. I don't think that one's deeply rooted. All right, we've got some basil here. I have basil like randomly planted, and we've got some nice weeds. That's the weed variety. Those are very hard to get. Actually, they're not. They're very common. And I've got some lemon balm. And let me start over here with the Barbados cherry. I did see some cherries on here yesterday. I don't see them now, so the bird must have had a little snack. And George is eating my sweet almond. He loves this. I don't know why, but at first I was telling him not to eat it, but it seems like his pruning has really helped it grow. So he can go ahead and have himself a little snack. My fig, he used to eat the fig. And one of my other dogs that we lost, she used to eat the fig too, and it would not grow. And then all of a sudden it just blew up. And I have some figs on it, but they take a couple months to ripen. I don't know if you could see them on there, but I have a picture on my Instagram of them. But they're on there, so I was so excited when I saw those on there. And this is a citrus. I don't remember. I think it's a hybrid, so I think it's a lemon and a lime. My mulberry has grown out of control again. This has bloomed twice, but the second harvest was only like a couple little berries here and there. So you can see there are some on there, but that was really nothing at all. So I have a guava over here where the dogs are, and that one hasn't done a whole lot either. They've got toys all over out here. I tell you, these dogs leave toys around more than my kids ever did. So I have a ton of papayas, and they are huge, and I've been giving them away all weekend. So, I mean, when I tell you, I don't even think you can understand how big these are. They're like a bowling ball. They're seriously so big. But see, some of them are just starting to turn down here. So hopefully they'll turn and really ripen a bit more on the counter, because I just don't think these trees are going to make it in any heavy rain, because they already have so much weight on them. And those trunks, like I said, those trunks are hollow in there, and I just don't think that they're going to make it. So I'd rather pick them and hope that they ripen and can be eaten, rather than just being lost from the storm. But I will tell you that I also lost all of my papayas in February. So all of the papayas that you've seen are new plants, and that's just from February, and they've produced like crazy. And all I did was throw seeds out. So I bought a papaya at Sprouts, and I threw some seeds outside, and that's what happened. So I have a bunch of pigeon peas. They're all over. They're here, they're here, they're here, they're there. I'm actually gonna pull them. I did harvest a ton of them last year, but we don't really eat them. So I'm thinking about pulling all those beauty berries too. Something walked through this in the last 2 days. It just went through, I'm not sure what it was, but whatever it was pretty big. It could have been, well, wait, we may have found our culprit. So yes, it could be one of those wild animals right there, because I see her in my flower bed, in my raised bed. So my grapevine is coming back. I don't know if I showed you in video or on Instagram, but caterpillars had absolutely destroyed this. I did get 2 bunches of grapes, and part of gardening is, you know, a lot of things you can't buy at the store. So when you're planting a variety, it's kind of guess and check, and I don't care for the variety of grapes. They have seeds in them, and they just weren't very good. So I may pull it. I don't know, unless I can find a better place for it. But I have a ton of peppers here, and this looks crazy, but I pull a bucket. I'm not even exaggerating, a bucket every single day out of here. I have frozen so many peppers. I'm actually having floors replaced in my son's room today. He still had carpeting, and we've replaced everything with tile. And the gentleman that's doing the work today, he did it in my craft room also before we moved into the house, and he is doing my son's room, and I asked him if he wanted some papayas and peppers to take, and he said yes. So that's good. I'm gonna pick him a bunch and give them to him so that he can get some use out of them, because I have so many. You can see here, I mean, they just grow like crazy. And these were all seeds from Sprouts, from peppers from Sprouts. I have not done anything with this bed, so this is, you know, gardening honesty. That's what I should call this channel. But this has completely filled with weeds and bitter melon, and this bitter melon is horrendous. I pull it constantly, and I'm constantly getting it back. So it is out of control. I come out every couple days and pull it, and I've tried to get it at its base. I think I do, and then it comes back. But anyhow, I have started, as you saw some of the other ones, cleaning them out and putting soil down and planting, but I just didn't get to these 2 yet because it has been so hot, and I was planning on it this week, but now with the hurricane coming, there are other things that are taking priority. So, and in case you didn't notice, that will be our new addition at some point. I'm actually thankful that I haven't started that yet with this upcoming storm, but we will get something, you know, a bigger run and secured and everything, and then we'll be getting some chickens in there. So, all right, well, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully in a couple days I'll be able to come out here and do another tour, and hopefully it looks the same. All right, take care. Bye.